And I want to slow down and dissect it a little bit more because something that I want to reveal on this show is that human story of motivation and what makes people tick. And so tell me, what does make you tick and how do you fall in love with an organization? Or maybe bigger and better is, how do you fall in love with a cause and then find an organization that fits into that cause?
Yeah, that's an amazing question, because that's how nonprofits probably find their longest term and biggest advocates.
Yeah.
Longest term donors and biggest advocates that will take that time and share and spread the message. So specifically, my two main causes that I'm dedicated and have found myself in are in healthcare and cancer research and in adaptive sports equipment. So I was first, so I'll break those down. So the first two related to healthcare and cancer research are America's Cancer Society, the AstraZeneca Hope Lodge, which is specifically in Boston, but there are 40 across the country. And the mission of the Hope Lodge is to provide a home away from home for individuals who are undergoing cancer therapy really far from home. And they may not have the resources to spend on 6 weeks of hotel stays and eating out every night, especially when you're immunocompromised and you need people to stay with you. So it's an amazing place where individuals are going through one of the hardest moments, long time of their lives, and they can do it together. They can have people come in. And the first time I was introduced, Catherine Anderson, she's the managing director, and she's the head of the life sciences practice at SVB. She had been volunteering for a number of years, and she's on the corporate council. And we went and cooked pizzas with our plus ones. And so Austin came and a number of colleagues came, and we just cooked pizzas for these individuals. Then there was the comedian, then there was the harpist, all in one night on like a Tuesday night. And I was able to sit down and meet these individuals. And funny enough, one couple were from northern Acadia, Maine, and knew the farm that our family, the potato farm that our family ran.
The Cook Cousins.
Which is amazing.
Wow.
Yeah, Skylandia. And so I'm a people person. I'm an extrovert. I will sit down. I was taught to sit down and talk to these beneficiaries of my time, right? At the soup kitchens, we always would cook dinner and then sit down and share that meal, because we're all humans at the end of the day. And so for me, that was amazing. I grew up with privilege. My two parents had cancer at the same time, and I lost my dad to cancer. And so I just cannot imagine a life where I didn't have the people around me and the ability to drive from Topsfield to Boston to go to MGH, the best cancer research center, probably debatably in the country. And I know a lot of people on the West Coast would probably disagree, and those in the Midwest too. But
hey, I'm a UCSF girl for life.
Yeah. Yeah.
Just kidding.
So I'm just so lucky, and I think it takes a lot of self-awareness. And then the other one, Swim Across America, is aligning athletes with cancer research centers in each region. Again, it's a national organization, but a really focused on the region and allows the region to have their own kind of vibe and people and community. So Swim Across America, my dad swam when my uncle had cancer, so he had been swimming for 8 years, raising money for it changes almost every couple of years, the beneficiaries or the research groups. But so I did it just to feel connected to my dad. And, I grew up a swimmer, but I have never swam the Boston Harbor with a really strong current going against the wind. So that just resonates with me. And you just need to think about, like, what is a personal story? And then from an athlete standpoint, from an adaptive sports standpoint, I see myself running, biking. That is my mental release. Like, I need to move, get outside, to calm, reset. I'm a runner, triathlete, biker, swimmer, lacrosse player. And so again, like putting
yoga instructor,
skier, yoga instructor, yogi, like I cannot imagine trying to knock on wood, I never get paralyzed, but the barriers to athletics for those who have been paralyzed or impacted by spinal cord injury is so upsetting, because these individuals do not need or should not need to pay $10,000 for a bike just to get outside. So the kind of like equalizing the playing field for individuals to gain that release that I cherish and love, everyone should have that. So that motivates me to support Kelly Brush Foundation, which has done an amazing work. She and Zeke are Middlebury grads. So I learned about them early on in my lacrosse career then, and, supporting those that are in my community. And then my dad was a Vermont adaptive ski instructor for a long time. And I started doing that too as a way to just spend time with him and know who was going to Sugarbush and seeing that not everybody can maybe ski or do it with the same way that I could. So if I could enable a young individual with a developmental disability to get outside and just follow a teddy bear down the mountain and have so much fun, I will do that. And for a blind skier, to see a blind skier go rip it is impressive. So, you just got to find what motivates you and a community too that connects. And so, I think nonprofits that do a really good job with their donors and the people who spend time are staying connected and being like, you are providing value. Thank you. Stay with me. I need you. That also helps.
With this latest valuable episode, we'd love to thank you for joining us on the Creating Community for Good podcast. If you found today's show valuable, simply visit our website, creatingcommunityforgood.com, to leave a review as well as to get access to additional resources and relevant links from this show. Stay tuned for more episodes.